Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. I was scrolling through Twitter just recently and saw a fan put out a list, and it was Vol fans' most hated things. Whether it be a thing or a person, it was pretty comical. We'll go through the list. We'll take a look at it. But Lane Kiffin also got a kick out of it. You guys know how Lane Kiffin is. He is the ultimate troll, so he had some fun with it. But what about you? Hit that comment section. Let me know, as a Vol fan, what is your most hated thing or most hated person? We're going to break it down, but as always, do me a favor, go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. It helps the channel. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts, we're not insiders. This is for the fans, by the fans. We are fans just like you. So if you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe, click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Quick announcement, next week, there's not going to be a Tuesday night stream. We go live every Tuesday at 6:30, play a little NCAA 13, and talk Tennessee football. Not going to be able to do that next week, but a lot of you guys asked if I could make it up to you, give you a bonus stream. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it tomorrow night, Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to play some NCAA 13 and talk Vol football. So I hope you guys will show up for that makeup stream. Should be a good time. But let's jump into the article. 24/7 Sports. Lane Kiffin reacts to most hated Tennessee coach with Nick Saban remark. Lane Kiffin embraces social media, routinely uses his Twitter account to comment on college football related items, doing so this week with a troll of a Tennessee fan account that voted him the most hated coach in program history. Kiffin was Tennessee's head coach from 2009. We all know the story. Went 7-6. We all fell in love with the kid. We fell in love with a young Lane Kiffin. Goes on to say, before demolishing that bridge when he left for the USC vacancy at season's end, the Volunteers never forgave him for it and actually hurled litter in his direction late in last season's game when Kiffin returned to Knoxville with Ole Miss. Look, when he came back to Knoxville, he knew what he was doing. He was showing up. He trolled all week long, and I'm not defending throwing trash on the field. I've never defended that. It should have never happened, but that was a small group of people. You got over 100,000 people in that stadium. It was a small group of people that threw anything onto the field, but Lane Kiffin, the way that game played out, you can't be surprised by the way that broke down. Goes on to talk about the golf ball. The quote here, they were just throwing stuff, and I said, put your helmets on, let's go play. It was actually their people that came over and moved us off the field. They're passionate fans. There were 100,000 of them that came to see a show, and it didn't end up like they wanted, so it is what it is. It goes on to wrap up that game, but here's the list. This is the point of the video that I want to talk about. The list on Twitter, Vol fans' most hated list. And we're going to kind of go through that, but you see Lane Kiffin there at the top, to which he retweeted, quote tweeted, geez, I'm in front of the GOAT, and also tags Vol football, because that's what Lane Kiffin does, right? When he's going to troll, he always makes sure to tag Vol football. He always wants to make sure that everybody sees it. But all this stuff that's been playing out with Jimbo Fisher and with Nick Saban, Lane Kiffin has been referring to Nick Saban with the GOAT emoji the entire time. So once again, Lane Kiffin having some fun with it. But what I want to talk about is Vol fans' most hated list, because this is kind of funny, and I want to get your feedback too. Again, give me your list. Put your top 10, put your top 3 most hated things, most hated coach, most hated person in the college football world. You can see there at the bottom, Joy. Joy is one of the things that is on our most hated list, and it almost seems to be the case because, look, the last couple of decades as a Tennessee fan has been absolute misery. There's been many times I've been sitting in my living room watching another loss, asking, why do I keep doing this to myself? Well, it's because I bleed orange just like all of you. I'm in love with Tennessee football. Talk about the loyalty of a Tennessee fan. Goes on to say, number 9, all referees. I'm not necessarily that way. If I have a problem with referees, I'm going to mention it. But, you have multiple opportunities to win a football game. Doesn't always come down to just one call. Number 8, other Vol fans. That's a big one. That is a big one. And if you ask, really, all you got to do is look through the comments section of one of our videos during a heated debate or a hot topic. Go back to the quarterback competition last year. The Harrison Bailey, the Bailey Bros, the Joe Milton stuff. Hendon Hooker was kind of flying under the radar at the time. So many heated discussions, arguments, fights in the comment section. It seems like Vol fans truly do hate other Vol fans. Goes on to mention athletic director John Curry. It's got Kirby Smart at number 6. I probably wouldn't list Kirby Smart I'd probably list Georgia fans before Kirby Smart. Georgia fans may be the worst fan base in the country. And, they got their national championship. Congratulations to them. But prior to that, they had done absolutely nothing but always held themselves in such high regard as being the top of the SEC. Number 5, Greg Sankey. That could possibly be at the top. The fact that we dedicated an entire stream, an entire live show to Bama bias and the favoritism that he shows Alabama, where the SEC office is located, right there in Alabama. What happens when Nick Saban cries about NIL? Greg Sankey runs off to the Capitol, immediately starts trying to get the government involved, try to put restrictions in place to make sure that Nick Saban and Alabama keep that advantage. So maybe you got Nick Saban at number 4, Greg Sankey number 5. Maybe that could be 1A and 1B because those two guys go right up at the top of the list. Go back to looking at rule changes at the end of last year, talking about the fake injuries, and everybody in the freaking country knows that it happens. Everybody knows it's happened. You've seen the video clips, Lane Kiffin telling people to get down. It happened time and time and time again against Tennessee. They asked to review it. Nothing changes. Not going to make any changes to that. But the second Nick Saban loses an advantage, all the involved, Greg Sankey, Nick Saban, 1A, 1B for me. List has Dan Wolken, national media. I think you could just replace Wolken, even though he's one of the bad ones. He's one of the top ones, but you could just put national media there. But why? Why does the national media come after Tennessee? Because we have the most passionate, the most energetic fan base in the country, and they know putting Tennessee's name in there is going to get clicks. It's going to get views. It's going to get reactions, and that's how you make money when you are in the media. So it's a national media thing as a whole, not just Dan Wolken, although he's right there in the mix. Butch Jones. I don't think Butch Jones would even be on my list. I don't necessarily hate Butch Jones. I almost feel sorry for Butch Jones. I feel like he was in over his head at Tennessee. He did some nice things. He had Tennessee very, very close. If you watch the fall of the VAWLS series, we talk about certain decisions that were made. Butch Jones was very close to getting Tennessee over the hump, but just couldn't get it done. And again, I think it's not that I hate him. I almost feel sorry for him. I think he was in over his head with his brick by brick, with his champions of life, with his 63 effort. He was a used car salesman, and it eventually caught up to him and cost him his job. But if you hadn't watched that Fall of the VAWLS series, go back and give it a watch. A lot of new subscribers coming in on the channel. Last offseason, we did a series. It's 8 episodes, around 40, 45 minutes each, where we talk about the fall of the VAWLS, how they went from a national championship in 98 through Lane Kiffin, Derek Dooley, Butch Jones, everything that took place over those next few years. And then we did a live stream to wrap it all up, talking about the rise of the VAWLS and could Josh Heupel be the guy. I encourage you to go back, watch that. If you look under playlists on the channel, you'll see it up there at the top. Go give it a watch. Really good stuff. I think you'll enjoy it. Number 1 on the list, Vol fans' most hated, Lane Kiffin. And man, oh man, did I hate Lane Kiffin when he left Tennessee. But when you look back, and time heals all wounds for most people, not all people, I think Lane Kiffin took an opportunity for his dream job. I don't know that he would have left for anywhere other than USC. And now looking back, I think Kiffin has a love-hate relationship with this Tennessee fan base. I think he realizes what he left when he hit the road and went to USC. I think he would crawl through glass to get back to Knoxville and be the head coach on Rocky Top, but it's never going to happen. Who's at the top of your list? I thought this was a fun little video to make, fun little article to read through. Who is at the top of your list, most hated person or thing in all of college football? This is going to be interesting. Can't wait to see your comments on this one. If you have not done so yet, please smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Also, go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin VAWLS Network. Go to bonfire.com/store/TalkinVaulls. Any and all support greatly appreciated. Got those brand new Beat Bama, Beat Florida, and Beat Georgia shirts. Different styles, designs, colors. You can check it out. Any and all support, once again, greatly appreciated. Bonfire.com/store/TalkinVaulls. I'll drop the link in the description below, but that's going to do it for this one. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Don't forget to join me tomorrow night, Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time for a makeup stream. We're going to play some NCAA 13 and talk a little Tennessee football. But this is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go big orange.